follow the exact same plan. Just don't watch it for at least 4 days this month, if that was the plan. 6 days, no watching it at all. Some days you're gonna binge, just like you do already. So it's like that's not gonna change. It's not like we actually watch YouTube on average for 1 hour, or we watch porn for like, 45 minutes a day. It's more like you don't actually watch it for a couple of days in a row, then it's a few hours randomly, then it's nothing for a while, then it's more, then it's nothing, then it's more. Maybe really, if you zoom out and you see it as like a month-long thing or even a year-long thing, really the success just comes from like imagining how many hours you are on these things per year and reducing that number as much as you can. So there's going to be some days where you watch it for 8 hours, and there's also going to be some days where you go a couple of weeks without watching it. But we're just trying to bring the average down. The biggest thing for you right now, and for anyone who's either struggling with content consumption or with nofap, is your own attitude and beliefs and just negative emotions. If you see watching these things as like a failure to beat yourself up from, you're gonna feel bad. And what do you do when you feel bad? You're not just gonna feel bad and be like, oh yes, it's time to work. When you feel bad, when you feel lonely, when you feel shameful, that's when you watch porn, that's when you play video games, that's when you consume the content. So you need to have this attitude where there's basically almost like no failures. So the next time you watch a fuck ton of YouTube, or if a fat guy was asking me for advice on diet, and the next time he binge eats, what I say to him always is, you're going to do it. You are 100% going to binge eat or binge watch some point, probably soon, because you deserve to, because this is an addiction that you've built up. So this is the consequences of your actions. So it's gonna happen, right? You can agree with that. It's going to happen. So if it's going to happen, whether we really try hard and hate ourselves for it or we don't, if it's gonna happen, the one rule I'm gonna set you is you at least enjoy it. That when you're there watching this stuff, or when the fat guy's eating the food, he at least he's at least enjoying the food, he's present for it, instead of being there and like hating yourself for it through it. Because when you hate yourself, when you watch YouTube or watch porn, you watch more of it. So the next time you are watching this stuff, be mindful through it and actually think to yourself, yeah, fuck it, I'm being a bit of a Jeffrey, but I'm actually really enjoying this thing. I'm going to go watch this video that I really like. And that positive mood will mean that 8-hour session will probably only be 4 hours, and you'll end up going to the gym because you'll be kind of hype. Imagine just like something as specific as like the selection of videos that you'll watch if you didn't feel bad whilst watching them. When you feel bad, you watch shorts. When you feel really good and happy and joyful, you watch like Huberman. It's like learning from a scientist is a pretty productive thing in my opinion. What I'm seeing right now, it's all about the emotional state that you're putting yourself in. Thank you, bro. I'll share one last thing with you, brother. I was like this with porn and with nofap. That's what I struggled with, and I had the exact same mindset of like it just felt so I felt so weak knowing that in a few days I would fap again. And I stayed stuck in this whilst knowing about nofap for about 5 years. It was only when I took the pressure and the negative emotion out of it, that's when I was able to quit. It's when I adopted more of this mindset of like, I don't care. I'm not really on nofap. I don't really watch porn. And if I do watch porn, it doesn't even matter. I don't care. I live an awesome life. And now I just don't watch it. It's just easy for me now. So for you, trying to be the guy who's quitting YouTube, you'll keep failing, keep failing, keep failing. What you need is to be the guy who doesn't even give a fuck about YouTube. Take all that pressure off, take the negative emotion off, and when you do watch it, just kind of shrug your shoulders and think to yourself, yeah, this is pretty good for me, whatever. Keep yourself in that positive emotion, you'll be more likely to watch less of it, and also more likely to watch higher quality content, and probably more likely, because you're in this positive hype mood, to randomly stop watching and then just go to the gym or hit some push-ups or something. You're welcome. Thank you for sharing that, bro. That will be in the chat, boys. Damn, yeah, it took me about 5 years to get onto nofap.